Good day, folks. Welcome back to the channel. My name is Trevor and I am your one-armed bandit in the bush. First up, let me apologize. I know I said to you that after we got our Pumbaa sorted out that you were going to get lots of videos of all kinds of trails. Well, as I had gotten myself all G'd up and ready, I was out just north of Price in Utah when Hurricane Helene hit. So I have returned back as a consequence of that hurricane to Tennessee. I'm currently in Nashville and I am about to load up the last things into my truck, and I'll be mobilizing to a town called Elk Mills, which is right on the border of North Carolina and East Tennessee or Kentucky. It's kind of right up in that corner, a remote community that's really been devastated. So I have volunteered. I'm on 2 volunteer organizations waitlists waiting to deploy. The first one that I joined up with, and I've spent some time now undergoing training so that I would be fit to deploy, is with a nonprofit called Team Rubicon, which really was started or founded by a bunch of veterans when the earthquakes hit Haiti. Well, by now it's probably a couple of decades ago. So a really well organized outfit, and there's very stringent requirements before you are ready to deploy with Team Rubicon. So I've gone through all of the training, done the certifications, background checks, so we're all good to go and waiting for deployment there. I also signed up with Volunteer Tennessee, and that's where I'm heading to now. I have signed up for 2 weeks worth of shifts, so I'll be starting tomorrow morning, Monday, and there will be continuous 8-hour shifts. Probably, I think it's about 15 shifts that I've signed up for. So that's where I'm heading first, and then hopefully I can mobilize from there and deploy with Team Rubicon. But let's take a look at what has changed. Firstly, instead of wearing this old brown hat, I'm going to be wearing one of these old white hats. So absolutely essential to have personal protective equipment to operate the chainsaw. And a lot of the work that I'm going to be doing is going to be on muck and clean out and assisting in recovery efforts, removing debris, and there are just trees all over the show. So chainsaw is going to be working overtime. Essential to have the right personal protective equipment, including, chaps, gloves, etc. So that's the hat that's going to be worn. But if you come around on this side, you're going to take a look into the back here and you're going to see I'm not carrying my usual stuff. So first up, there are 2 gas totes. I have my it's 14 gallons of usable, and 5 gallons is the one just behind the refrigerator. So together I'm going to be carrying close on 20 gallons of gasoline. The purpose for that is that a lot of these folk that are out in remote areas do not have electricity yet, and are going to be using gas power generators. So, if needed, I can carry 20 gallons at a time. That's going to be enough to power a lot of gas powered generators, at least on a daily basis. So, that's something that I could do up and down each day or multiple times a day to ensure that folk have gasoline. And I just wanted to make sure that I had my totes and everything else ready for it. Other than that, I've quite significantly increase the amount of first aid supplies that I'm carrying on Pumbaa, and fully contained as normal. So I have sufficient food to keep myself going, and for at least 2 weeks, because I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to find when I get out to Elk Mills. It's going to be probably a 6-hour plus drive from here, given the road conditions that I'll face as I get out there. And I need to find somewhere to camp, because the likelihood of finding organized accommodation out there is practically zero. So there are 2 campsites that I've seen in the area. I've downloaded the Onyx map, so I've given myself really a broad range encompassing the entire disaster zone area to have offline maps available utilizing Onyx. So getting to areas and navigating, in the likelihood where there are no cell phone signals will help. Having the booster on board means maybe I can bring cell service to some folk, and just say to them, hey, bring your phone, come jump in the truck and you'll be able to talk. And that depends, of course, on range, but having the range extender will make a big difference. So that's where we are, folks. I will be giving you some updates along the way. Once I've arrived tonight, I'll try and get some more footage, get some drone footage of the area, and then it's knuckle down time. People are desperate. People need help. People need people to come and assist. So, you know, I don't know what I don't know. When I get there, I'm probably going to be in for a few surprises, but I've spent the greater time of the last week and a half doing detailed reconnaissance of the entire area using Google Earth, using mapping applications, looking at all the video material that's available. So, yeah, I think I got a reasonable idea of what I'm in for. And it looks like a war zone. That's the honest truth. Roads are gone, bridges are gone, houses are gone. There's disaster, and that's what we're going to go and fix. So stay down. See you on the next one.